Hey, my chat is doing really weird things. Let me see if I can kill this and do a refresh. All right. Hey, folks, how's... No. Okay, that fixed it. We're good. We're good. Us? Weird? Nah, y'all... We're all weird together. All right. Hey, folks, happy Friday. As always, huge thanks to the folks over here from last stream for the follows, for the subs, for the raids, all the good stuff. And thank you to my early bird crew over here. One day I'll actually point in the right direction, but that's not today. So I am going to do my best to make it 2 hours tonight. I was this close to canceling stream and I just missed everyone and I wanted to get a chance to connect. We've had such a great audience and community that's been here for the 2.5 run, and I just wanted a chance to at least get online and connect with everybody. I'm still definitely under the weather. My voice is barely holding up. I have developed this new tea that I make myself now, which is a bunch of matchstick ginger, a lemon peel, half of a lemon, and then a bunch of honey, and some cayenne pepper. And it's been basically what I'm drinking all day long, all the time, and it's fantastic. But I don't know what I got, folks, but it's been 2 weeks now. I'm taking all the meds that the doctors gave me and getting extra rest and doing all the things, but I have been really struggling. Like, video production has not been possible because my voice just can't hold up long enough. So I miss everyone here, and I just wanted to get on stream and hang out and do some stuff. So what we're going to do tonight, it's going to be a very chill stream. We're just going to hang out. I'm going to teach some stuff. Like I said, it'll be a shorter stream, but I hope we can learn some things from this. I've seen mixed reviews in regards to the Switchback and how it's operated. Some people say it works. Some people say it doesn't. I don't know. We're going to try it out and figure that out together. You know what? Before I put my headset on, just to give you the lay of the land of what's going on. Also, I'm sure a lot of this is stress induced. We're selling the house. It goes on the market in like 2 weeks. And we're in the final throes of painting and getting everything ready, and like my basement looks naked out there. It's crazy. So yeah, lots of stuff going on with that. Work has been, just work stuff. But I miss y'all. I really do miss y'all. And these I'm on the street. You will do a resume of this? No resumes. Oh, Leah with the sub bomb. Thank you, dear. Thank you. All right, let's jump into game. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Music just got a little bit ridiculous. All right, that's too much for me right now. I need, I'm actually I'm gonna switch over to the synthwave because I need something a little bit more chill. That's too much for me right now. The tipple for Friday night, Nick, is honey ginger lemon tea. I probably didn't have the music turned up loud enough. It was pretty quiet in the background. DD44, it was, it's White Bat. I don't know what the song title was. But if you know, Carl Casey does, most of my music is DMC free from White Bat / Carl Casey. He does a lot of amazing stuff. It was just a little bit more animated than I was ready for. So, all right. I'm going to show you the full breadth. This is a great learning stream for anyone who wants to understand how the prefab editor works. We're going to kind of do this together. Yes, rage mode is a little bit busted, Magnus. I completely get it. So let's jump in here. Is music at a decent level? Y'all tell me. Are we good right there? Some just nice background, dulcet tunes, chillin'. Is good. All right, let's jump into game. Let's see what's going on. As long as it wants to like pull up 7 days to die. There we go. Thank you for the bang. Man, the bang wasn't that loud. Weird. Hey, Jutra. I'm doing okay. I'm surviving. This is going to be a short stream, like I said. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the prefab editor. Boyd, I'm really sensitive about not having music too loud so that, you know, people don't have to hear, like, struggle to hear my voice over the music. So I always have it background. Ooh, that's good. All right, yeah. I always like to taste the tea, make sure that the ginger is infused properly. So we're going to jump into the prefab editor first. And we're going to take a look at a few different options of how we do this. So the first thing I'm thinking is that we actually pull up we might use the Switchback tutorial because it has all the different editions, all the different versions. Yeah, let's use this. Hey, Bruce, welcome in. So we're going to load this one up. We'll save that real quick. I don't know that we needed to. So if you all have never seen this before, this is, you know, when I'm doing my setups for videos, I do all the layouts like this and I build all the different versions. So we got the day 14, the day 21, 28, 28 plus, all that stuff. So we're going to run this one and just see, like, I'm very curious, especially like the day 7, like how does it survive? So we're going to test it and see if it's a train wreck. And yeah, we'll go from there. So I am going to use this. So the Switchback tutorial, now all we need to do is insert this into the world. So I'm just going to write a note to my side. We're going to use Switchback tutorial, and I'm going to go ahead and grab Switchback tutorial. That's the name of this one, right? And then we're going to grab the Foundry. I don't think I'm going to get to the Foundry tonight from a testing perspective, but we want to go ahead and add it to the world we're going to create real quick. Echo Foundry v2. Yeah, we don't need to save any changes. All right, so and there's the Foundry. So we're going to bring the Foundry into the same world. We'll test them both at the same time. I have real fears for this one. Thank you for that hype train, folks. I know that I think King Ranch said that he tested this based off of the new AI changes. I'm afraid this is too tall and the zombies are just going to get mad and smack the crap out of the base. But we'll find out. There's only one way to test this. I'm going to turn my mix volume down a little bit. All right, so let's back out of here. So we know the two bases we want. It's just the Foundry v2. Now we're going to go into a world. Foundry v2. You've been doing the 14 tall, still works for you. Well, that's what we're here to test, Leah. So now we're going to back out of here. And we're going to go into the world editor. We're going to create a world that has these two bases, and then we got to wire them up real quick. Yeah, Magnus, I don't like dealing with water, and I don't like coaching people to deal with water because the maintenance on water is a whole thing. Put the whole base in water. Water does help for when they drop to stop the rage, but it is like if a demo goes off and it takes out your water, repairing it is just a nightmare. I found that converting some columns to walls by filling in gaps worked. I can see that, Pixie, because you're probably giving them more things to hit. Let's try to use Echo Flat World. This is a small one. Will, that's a possibility, campfires. This is so good, I will say. And I forgot to put the cayenne pepper in this time, which is a bummer. Okay, so this is one of the test worlds I created, and honestly, I think we want to test at least in the snow, because we want to get the higher game stage to make sure that this is working. Yeah, we're just gonna come over here and plop it over to the side. So these are a bunch of little test units that I made. But for science, yeah. No, I get you. So dynamic prefab, we're gonna go with the tutorial first. So, and this is the switchback tutorial. So I should describe what I'm doing here so y'all understand this. So I'm in the we were in the prefab editor before. That's where you develop an individual POI, point of interest, or a prefab, whichever you want to call it. The world editor is where you can control what a world looks like and add POIs into that world. So you can place them, you can go modify an existing world. You can do this to one of your existing save games, though it can be a little dicey at times. So we're gonna add this. I press G, and it's gonna give me these little handlebars here and lets me adjust and move things around. So we're just gonna do this. I'm not too worried about any type of precise placement. We're just making sure that we're in the snow biome. And once we place it, the ground should adjust because I use what's called adaptive terrain. So I'm gonna come in here, I pressed escape to pull up this menu. I'm gonna hit apply. Once I hit apply, you'll see everything turns to snow. Sometimes it does a weird rotation thing, and it might rotate when we save it because 7 Days to Die is a perfect game with no bugs. I got no other reason. All right, so that one's placed. And then I guess over here, we'll go slap the foundry in at the end here. So the way you place a POI in this, you point to a direction, you press Z, and it creates that dark blue bounding box. Press K, and then you're gonna go to dynamic prefab. Okay, so from here, we're gonna go and pull up the foundry, V2, place that guy. And it looks like I didn't set the ground right on this one, so we do have to adjust it. But we're just gonna bring it down to the ground, and then we're just gonna move it over here, so I don't know, it doesn't matter. We're only temporarily doing this. I'll probably change this out later. If you want to, you can rotate it by pressing X. We'll do that, so it kind of faces back towards this general area. And then again, highlight it, press G, hold, you gotta press and hold down G. And then grab your little arrows and move it. And then again, make sure that you press apply. And now my bases are placed. Now you will see situations like this. If you see this happen where the trees are still inside your base, click on it one more time. This is kind of irritating that it does this, but it is what it is. Come back here and do replace. And now you'll see it gets rid of all the trees. Sometimes it does all kinds of weird stuff when you click this also. And you'll notice it's not painted. Don't worry about that. That's all gonna fix itself. So once you've rotated it and replaced it, hit apply, and the snow comes in. Holy crap, Jutra. 175 streams. Good Lord. Thank you, dear. All right, so we're gonna save this world. So this is Echo's Flat World, I think is what we call this. Oh God. Oh, let me pull up. Sorry, I just need to pull up Twitch on the side so that I know when my commercials are kicking in. I think we should have at least 10 minutes left. Yeah, we got 13 minutes. We're good. So we'll have time to get the Switchback. We'll go ahead and wire up all the different versions of it so that they're good to go. All right, so we saved this, and this was... We're going to exit out of here. So that was Echo Flat World. So all we got to do is now make a test world. And I like to start with... Now to test this, I'm going to test this on Survivalist. I think Survivalist is a good way to test. I always keep it at 64 zombies. We'll leave all the rest all the same. I think that that's a valid test. Because I think that that's probably a little bit higher difficulty than the average player, but not anything crazy. And we can crank it up when we do the big one. But let's just try it as Survivalist first and see how things look. Hey, Mag, thank you for the lurk. I hope you're doing well. All right, so let's jump into game. So this is going to create us a brand new game, brand new character. And I like this because we can start from the beginning with 0 XP, and we can determine the amount of XP and the skills. So we can get our game stage relative to what I would expect. Hey, Kalijah, how are you doing, dear? Happy Friday. Folks, go check out Kalijah. She's another awesome 7 Days to Die streamer. She does good stuff. Also, go check out It's Mag. Megatron is another awesome, cool streamer. She does all kinds of stuff. She's variety. All right, so see, we've got our bases just magically. Hey, Will, thanks for dropping in. Yeah, no, get yourself some rest, buddy. Go get yourself some sleeps. So you can see it actually brought the bases in the correct direction and all that. And then the foundry should be over here. And it looks like we don't have any trees going through it. So we're in good shape. So the first thing that we want to do is just get everything wired up. So no electricity in the first day 7 version. We should have electricity in this. So I've got the electric fences in here. Do I have... God, I haven't used this base in a while. So we're going to need to pull in some resources. We're going to need us some engines, and we're going to need us a wire tool, and we're going to need some gas. And that should be all we need. So for this first one, I think all we need is a single engine. Yeah, I appreciate that, Will. Thank you, buddy. All right, so we come... I got to remember how to wire this one up. Now, this early game, this one doesn't have a lot going on it. So we come from here to here, and I guess that's the overall turny-on-y stuff. We're not the powered vault door on this one. Oh, this is interesting. I don't like this configuration anymore, but we'll see how this works for Horde Night. I like the double door concept that I use more now. But let's take this across. So we're going from the switch to the 2 fences. Did I get 2 lines? I didn't. It needs attention, man. Manage the kid. I get it. So we go from there to there. And then we go from this. And I say this a million times. If you've been here, you'll hear me just repeat it time and time again. I always go left to right. When I wire, in the heat of Horde, I always know that my electric fences, if I've got them, that I always repair on the right. All right, there we go. We got the 2 lines going across. That's really all the electrical that this first one needs. And we can pretty much ignore all the rest of the stuff in the base. Because we don't have lights, we're still at torches, we still have some spikes on the ceiling. That's all good to go. All right. Is it, I go right to left? Is it because, no, I'm right-handed, Lily. It's because the last fence in your chain is the one the last fence in your chain is where it takes damage. So I always just think to go to my right. So when I repair, I go to the right. When I repair, I go to the right. So in the heat of Horde, if I'm freaking out, I don't have to think about anything. I just know I run straight over to the right side, and that's that. Peter, no, they go straight across in this base. They're designed for redundancy more than anything. You absolutely could switch them around. It's just how I designed them in this base. So for this one, I just kind of want to leave it as is. Did I put lights or anything on here yet? No, I slapped some lanterns on the front. Oh, that's right. And I used this cheesy method that forces them to jump off. This is a weird... I forgot about this setup. All right, so that one's all wired up. This is the one that gets convoluted. So I think we're just going to jump over this one. We'll go to the actual fully painted up one for the final Horde battle. This one takes a little bit more wiring because this has got some stuff going on. So this one is probably going to take all 6 engines. I don't remember if it does or not. I'm just putting them all in because I don't want to figure it out. Hey Heather, I'm drinking honey ginger tea. Honestly, I've been sick for the past 2 weeks and just struggling. So no cocktails tonight, unfortunately. I would like more than anything to have a cocktail tonight. But unfortunately, like the way my body works, some people can do hot toddies and things like that. I cannot. It makes me, it instantly makes me way sicker. Which is sad for me, but it's the reality of how my body works. All right, so this one is going to have a little bit extra wiring in addition to the normal. So that's the electric fences. This space has SMG turrets and lights on the bottom. So I'm going to wire from here to here for lighting. You know, let's fire this thing up. There's a pit. There's a pit, bad left hip. I'll walk everyone down who hasn't seen the space. This is like one of my classic bases. Actually, this is my base that has the largest number of views of any video I've ever done, I think. All right, so that's the lights, and then we want to make sure these lights are turned on, and we want to have them positioned kind of down towards the fighting area below. So we're going to position him there. Turn that on, press E, hold it. This base has gotten a lot of mileage. All right, face that down. Close that one up. Yeah, I'm naked. I haven't gotten closes yet. Closes. All right, let's get some bullets and stuff for this. He got you into the game. Nice. Well, glad to have you here. I'm sorry it's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream tonight. But like I was telling people at the beginning of stream, I just wanted to connect with people. I haven't gotten to stream all week, and as opposed to I was just watching Pre-Built's video. If anyone saw it, he did a really interesting analysis on why he's not going to stream anymore. And I think for him it makes a lot of sense. And but it's kind of interesting, just perspective. Yeah, we're gonna get biome gear, Pixie. We'll deal with that in a second here. I keep flipping over to God mode, so it's not that big of a deal for me. Yeah, let's turn that on. And let's just make sure that this is pointing down at the legs to manage all the stuff below. Oh, no, Leah, I'm not leaving you. I was getting to the difference in between pre-built in myself in terms of streaming. Why you not play a good game like Rust? Because I don't enjoy Rust. I think I'm a builder. I like to create things, and Rust is toxic. So Rust just doesn't fit my playstyle. I think it's a great game for some people. Gaming after 50, I am a little bit more extroverted than pre-built, for sure. All right, and we do have SMGs on the ceiling as well. We're gonna wire those up. And these are just for birds. We have Echo Undies on stream. I do have lights up here. I thought I did. All right, so I'm just gonna be lazy about this. We might lose both of these, but who cares? That works. It's gonna be undies time again. And we're just gonna point this one down to the fighting position. We'll go like right there-ish. Good enough. And same thing here. We're gonna point that one down to right there-ish. And we'll be good to start day 7 when we get out of commercials. All right, let's get us some more ammo. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What weapons do y'all want me to use for the test? And by what weapons, like, just give me a general, like, what tree? All right, those. Did I lock that one? That one's locked. That one's locked. Must use. Can we not do spears? I can do Nux. Nux on day 7 will be rough. Bruce, hold down E. Hold down E, and then when you look at the camera view, just click on it. Yeah, Lex, I was gonna stay away from baton. And we can switch it per horde night. I have no problem doing Knuckles after day 7. Day 7 Nux is kind of impossible. Like, you just have a hard time. You still have to get your trolling. I know. Shovels, please. Shovels only horde night. I see how it is. I see how this is gonna go. All right, so we're all wired up. These are all good. So yes, for those who are questioning, yes, there's a pit. When you drop down, strength for day 7. We can do strength for day 7. By strength, do you mean for strength clubs or sledge? Wooden cub. No, I'm gonna, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to assume a certain level. So for day 7, I don't know about y'all, but I'm typically like level 16. Wait. Am I ahead of myself? No. Yeah. No, that was earlier alphas. What level are y'all typically by day 7? I would say 12 to 20, depending upon how fast I'm pushing. What do we want to test for day 7 as an assumption? And I'm giving myself cold gear, by the way. 14 to 18. Around 20. I think 18 is probably the good medium. And Vixen says 15. Okay, so maybe 16. All right. I'm going to do a quick bio run and we'll be right back, folks. I am going to take the break for my voice. All right, back. Hey, folks, we should be good to go. We should be good to set up day 7. I'm going to go with level 18 is what we're going to go for. So we're doing the day 7 here. We're doing it with no roof. We're not going to worry about no stinking birds. So let's just go into the creative mode here. We're going to go and look up XP. I can't remember if there's one that gets me to about that level. XP, and then I got to press dev on. Bird schmerds, exactly. So 29, level 17. There we go. We'll take the one that just gives us level 17. Perfect. All right, so we're going to go with and we're going to assume a spread of skills. Like, I'm not going to assume that I went strength and just put it all straight into combat, because I feel like that is a cheesy test. Because what we're trying to see here is, we're not trying to min-max, folks. We just want a legitimate test. Like, if I was playing, how I play. I do know what I would do is I tend to rush the strength attribute all the way up to 5. And then if we're going Skull Crusher, we can do that. That lets you get up to level 3 so that you have some stamina management. I wouldn't put anything into Big and Fast. I wouldn't put anything into Grand Slam. Nothing into Pummel Pete. Legitimate test takes Spear. I just genuinely don't enjoy Spear. I probably would have a point or two in Pack Mule, honestly. Peter, I tend to not put points into, I would have multiple points into Miner 69er. I would not have them Motherload, not that it matters for fighting. And I would probably start to put some into Boomstick. I would probably have one into Boomstick. We'll give yourself some of the Sledge perk books. Yeah, we can give some of the Sledge perk books. Which one should we give us? I don't want to give them all. Y'all tell me, pick three, like pick 2 or 3 of the books, and y'all tell me which ones I should pick. There's 10% knockdown, degrades slower. That's not going to change anything. I'm ignoring any animal tracker points. I refuse to, even in a faux testing scenario, to put points into animal tracker. It's just I put in a custom mod that won't allow me to put points into animal tracker. Okay, we'll take the knockdown. I heard that suggestion. Where was that one? Was that this one? Yep. 6 and 2. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. I'm not even gonna look. I'm just gonna do that and that. So what did we pick? We picked double XP, which doesn't impact anything, and power attacks bypass armor. And then we picked up the 10% knockdown. So we got 2 that helped and 2 that are total garbage. All right. And day 7, I would say we would either have... Actually, no. Day 7, I would probably have a level 1 iron sledge. That's what I'm thinking. Does that sound about right? Level 1 or maybe level 2. Does that sound... I definitely have a forge up and running by now. So we'll go with a level 2. I think that's... Might want a higher stone sledge? You mean just for stamina management? No, I think with level 3, I think we can manage this. Yeah, it's the power swings that kill you. Yeah, we'll do gonna have some coffee or blackstrap. No, G-Synth, because we wouldn't likely have. I'm just gonna put a level 5er in there. We likely wouldn't have a whole bunch of coffee and other stuff like that on day 7. I also got to get reused to using this. And then in terms of guns, we're going to give ourselves a shotgun. I'm going to say we're just going to have a pipe shotgun. Bad left hip. Oh, yeah. So sledge level 2 should be easy to get there. Easy to get the level 1 or level 2. Yeah, it's only 11 books. Yep, primitive armor. Good call. I would probably have a couple pieces of regular. I'm just going to take the random like that and call it a day. Give us a bone shiv? Sure. We'll give us a level 1 bone shiv, because I would probably have that. And we'll give ourselves some shells here. We'll say we have, like, I don't know, 25 shells. Oh, thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. I'm still not quite feeling better. I just didn't want to skip stream again. I just couldn't do it. Raven, I just took what it gave me. All right. And I'm going to say, for mods, you'll need some snow armor. Yeah, I'm not going to deal with the whole snow aspect for this. You'd have a full stack of ammo. I'm not going to go through a full stack with a pipe shotgun, and we all know that. Mod, there we go. Yeah, I tend to have, by this point in time, yeah, we'll take an ergo and we'll take a weighted head. Actually, we're going to take one of those for each of those. Yeah, we're not going to use a bow. I wouldn't use a bow for this test. I wouldn't use a bow. I wouldn't use a bow on Horde Night ever. Period. Full stop. Yeah, no, I know, Vid. It's when you get a breather. I'm just slapping in a few of these just to deal with the weather. I don't have the weather setting turned off. It just happens to not be that cold. I am going to get, what is that, clothing? What is it called? It's called clothing. Yeah, we're just going to give ourselves thermal core, whatever stuff. Clothing. Because I just don't want to deal with it. I should be okay with all that on. I think I'm going to be in okay shape. All right, so modify this, and we're just going to go that and that. Modify this, that and that. The shotgun gets nothing. Oh, bad left hip. I already got that. I already gave us. We have the snow gears already. We did that earlier. Yep, torches to stay warm and see. Yeah, we'll toss a couple torches on the back wall here. I think I have zombie spawning turned off, by the way. Put one there and there. And, okay, we're mostly good here. I think we would have heals. By this point in time... Oh, repair materials, yep. Y'all got the good stuff. Cobblestone. I'd have easily... I probably have 500 sitting still. And cobblestone's all I need at this stage. We don't need anything else for repairs. I would also most likely have... Would I have a hammer? I would probably have a level 1 hammer by now. I typically get a hammer by day 7. And then healing-wise, we're going to say 4 of those, a couple of those, and that's probably good. And that's probably a realistic test right there. Couple water. I don't think we'd be at red tea yet. We'll give a couple bacon and eggs. Or maybe 1 bacon and eggs and a couple cans of stuff. I think that's a reasonable day. I don't think I would have coffee. I don't like to make that assumption. So I want it as close to like an actual test as we would get. Now we still had points to spend here, right? We still had 7 points. So I will say early on, there's a few low dip skills that I would typically take. I almost always take siphoning strikes. Very powerful, especially with a sledge. As an easy low dip. What is the other low dip one that I often take? Hey, Medieval Mom, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Nothing that I care about here. Yeah, I think we're good to go. I think this is probably good. So we haven't even spent all of our points. We might be able to get out to here by day lockpicking and forager. I think this is good. So let's just check. What does that put us up to? That's already game stage 85. Game stage 85 is going to be a little bonkers. And that's before we go to day 7. Man, that double multiplier is insane. So when we set time to day 7, 7:12:0. See, I haven't tested since we did this shift, so we're up to 92. That's gonna be some rough stuff. Vid, it does mean for day 7 the birds are gonna be tougher. But we're not gonna change the base. What would it be in the forest? In the forest, if we were in the forest, the game stage would be 27. So it is very likely for this test we're going to get ripped apart, but we're going to try it. We're going to try it and just see how it shakes. But yeah, cops will shred that. But that's what we're here for. We're here for testing. It's fine. Everything's fine. So what I am going to do, I'm going to back out of the game and make a copy. You have SMG turrets, bye. All right, so I'm backing out just so I can make a quick copy. So if everything goes totally sideways, we can adjust. Somebody needs to die, saves, and echo flat world. And this is these test switchback and make a quick copy, and we jump back in. Yes, this is not fully upgraded. All right, survivalists, let's just make sure that we have spawning is on, because I don't think spawning was on. Yes, enemy spawning was off. Let's turn that on. And then we're just going to set it to Horde Night and see how this shakes. Quick coffee. Oh man, coffee sounds really good. I could go for that. I gotta make sure I stay on top of my water. It's gonna be fine. I think this is gonna be a train wreck. I am still not used to the whole adjustment of the biome. Let's do one last thing. I'm going to give myself one more medical kit, and then I'm going to give a couple of those. Raven, I'm not putting spikes up. I'm not changing the base. For the first time through, we just got to do it as is. Lily, we're in various primitive. Oh, we might have some pipe bombs. That's fair. We'll give ourselves like 4 pipe bombs. Totally valid. Oh, that's right. We don't have a pit for this one. All right. Let's just go with it. Let's just see how things roll. We got 5 bandages. We're doing great. All right, let's make sure the door is flipped up. Oh, you know what? I would definitely upgrade for day 7. I would have that door. I'm just gonna... That is not a good sound. Okay, there we go. We got friends coming. Oh my god, that stamina drop. Stamina is no joke. Freaking feral. Look at that. All right, gotta dump them fast. Gotta get them cycling. We need to do some repairs. There's cops. Good lord, there's cops. Oh, that's a problem. Game over, man! Game over! Broken leg. All right. Oh man. I don't think you can push for y'all tell me. I think that day 7 in the snow is just not a thing. That went well. All right, let's just see. That didn't really test the thing that I wanted to. So how bad did they damage? Oh. Yeah, okay, so we had several problems. Yes, this doesn't have the updates that I did to the Switchback. Okay. So I think we can say that this is a fail. Like for day 7 in the snow is not going to work. Regardless, I think day 14, once we have electric fences, we can talk about snow. So what I'm going to do is we're gonna jump out of here, and I'm going to show you another little trick. We're going to go back into the prefab editor. No, Lex, it's a good call. Peter, I think it will work in the forest. I'll show you. We didn't fix the front fighting position, which I did put out a whole video on fixing for 2.0, not for 2.5, but when they added the zombie crawl, and I forgot to adjust it here. Sorry, exit out of here. So we're gonna go back to the world editor. Hey, Scorch, welcome in. So flat world. Why is this? This shouldn't still be yellow. It's a bad sign if you're still wearing twigs and. It would be nice if we can combine chats for sure. There is a way to do it, but it is so obnoxious because the relay and how it works makes so much noise for me to be able to view it, that it's really, really tough. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a copy of this over here. Since there's nothing to wire up, it's just going to be easy. So we're just going to come over here again, and we're going to do dynamic prefabs and tutorial. And we're going to add in the Switchback tutorial and place it. And we're just going to move that around a little bit so we can get that lower game stage. Let's pull it out of the ground. There we go. And hit apply. And then when you see all the plants there, hit replace. And just move it so that it's, not underground like this. Hold down G, bring it up until it matches the ground. Back to here, hit apply. And we're good to go. Now we can save this. Now, here's the thing. Since we are editing the world. We didn't edit the game state, the game save that we were in. Have I ever done an prefab editor tutorial? No, and I really should. I've done a lot of streams like this where I talk through, and I used to do design streams where I showed how I designed prefabs in the editor, but I've never done a full tutorial. It's such a small amount, small audience that is interested in it, that it's just been on my backlog forever. It would be really nice for me just to do as an evergreen piece of material. So this is the kind of stuff, folks, when I get to go full time, that I look forward to finishing off some of the stuff like this that I haven't done, because I would like to have that video out there. All right, so now that we're in the world, so that is, you notice it's not here. And yeah, that's true, Lex. So all you have to do is go press CR, which means chunk reload. And it's going to bring in the base. Oh God, Raven. I mean, you kind of have to do the world editor if you're going to do the other. All right, so we're going to fight this here. We're not going to really change much of anything, other than the game stage being, redonkulously more reasonable. So now that we're over here, the game stage is 20. Oh, but it'll jump up. I don't know why that gave all those red errors, but we're going to ignore that. Set time to 7, 12, and 0. Was it the day 7 that got it up to 26? All right. So now we'll see what it would look like on day 7 in the forest. Hey, Mastache, doing okay, man. I'm about to have some Ricola, because that's what I live on. Yeah, hold on. Let's fix the fighting position real quick. Cobblestone shapes. I'm just going to grab a couple of these to fix this real quick. And then I'm going to bring in the dev gun to tear out some of the stuff that we've got here. So this fighting position has been found to not work. We know this one doesn't function anymore. I will copy that shape because that's a shape that I want down there. Or is it? No, that doesn't work either. Okay. All right, so we're going to keep the... Oh, and we got to get rid of that too. We're just going to change up the whole setup here to make it what we're using now, which is the scaffolding ladder on its side. Like that. And then we're going to go with pole double doubles. So that'll go there. That'll go there. And then we won't have zombies instantly crawling through. Do you think that adding a player sound effects of coughing and sneezing? I don't think I would enjoy that. I think that would drive me bonkers. I think I would want to mod that out, personally. I know some people, are really keen on the realism thing. We're already playing with zombies, so I'm like, eh. I like using the half plate on the bottom on the outside. Oh, I can see that. That would make sense. I like this because I've got more visibility to see zombies coming in. All right, we're just going to run with this. We're all leveled up already. We did all the leveling stuff, so all that's still in place. And let's set time to Horde Night and see how this goes. mostly I want to see how they damage the base. That's what we're curious. Here's some friends coming in. We want to make sure the pathing is working. Initial pathing looks good. For chunk. Reload this so that we have it for the door. I don't know why she's ducking like that. I don't like it though. Alright, having a hard time getting to the door. Definitely got to give them some quick repairs here in a second. G-Synth, we're playing on Survivalist. It is my go-to for testing. Quick repairs. Man, I am not used to the hammer and how fast it eats stamina. Also, I forgot. Is she still on the side? Okay, she's... The chunk. Goodbye. All right, how are they doing down there? Are they... We'll see how much damage they do afterwards. I just want to know what they do to the poles below. That's a big part of this test. It's not just surviving the Horde night. It's seeing how bad the damage below is. Oh, I almost had the bag. All right, make sure we can't let this stay open too long. Quick repairs. Oh yes, the sledge does eat your own defenses. That is a true statement. Rude, making me waste my one shot that I had in there. Goodbye. There we go. That was solid knockdown right there. Quick dump. Goodbye. So overall right now it looks okay. Oh, hit my own block. All right, we're gonna drop this off so we can get back some stamina. Do some quick repairs. Goodbye. Are we reloaded? We'll go ahead and reload. You just have to get used. It's been a while since I played sledges. You just have to understand that the sledge has a deceptively bigger range than you think. And you can't be afraid to use the dump mechanic here. That's the first time I've hit the top. All right, we probably need to get a little bit of repairs in here soon. Drop them all down. All right, while they're coming back up, we're gonna get our repairs. Lily, it shouldn't because they drop 14 blocks, which means they're outside of the rage mechanic zone. Oh, I just realized another thing that, make sure that we're repairing the door itself. Ducking is on par for the course, so we haven't used any healing yet. All right, checking down below. It looks like, I think they're just coming from that direction. I don't think that they were stopping hitting the poles, but we'll check that out after Horde Night. They're hitting up the top block there a bunch too. Oh! Every once in a while they squeeze. You gone, goodbye. Yeah, if it's that case, if you get enough of them, they will always squeeze through. She's just having a hard time. All right, do some quick repairs. Where are we? We're at 1 a.m. We're doing pretty good. I'm gonna drink some water just to keep stamina up. Goodies. Nice hit there. Down you go. Yeah, the security gate, I have used the security gate in the past. It's good because you can shoot through it. So from a damage perspective, you're not going to hurt it with your guns. All right, so far we're doing okay. Quick repairs. All right, we need to get the ladder needs a few more repairs to it. Get that real quick. Front bar. Vixen, what doesn't stick for you? I just heard a block break below. Oh yeah, Nomad is a big change. Just sheer health values and damage that they do is significant change from Survivalist. Oh, look at you going up over the top. Oh, did we lose something in the front? Did they take out the wedge in the front? I bet they did. Can I see it from here? I can't. All right, we probably lost the wedge at the top. We're gonna... We'll check that out here in a second. Anthony Meja, what is the Switchback? The Switchback is a base that I developed, I think during Alpha 1.0. And I built it as a tutorial that had multiple steps of evolution. And, so it's one of my most commonly used bases that people have rebuilt. So I wanted to do a test because a lot of people keep asking me, is this thing working in 2.5? And so we're testing it just to see how it functions. What? Why are you up there? You don't belong there. All right, let's dump them down real quick. Oh, you're still up. Now you're not. Yeah, I want to say it was 1.0 that the Switchback came out. Yeah, it had to be in 1.0. But yeah, I did a block-by-block tutorial on this one, which is kind of my jam for my channel, is showing how to make some better-looking bases. I didn't give myself a pair of materials for stone either. I should give myself some basic stone here. Drop the door. Woo! Yeah, we definitely lost the top block here. What do I mean by AI? The zombie AI changes over time. Artificial intelligence, basically the programming of how the zombies react. So each time they do a new release, it changes how the zombies react. Isn't it crazy? Was it really only a year ago? All right, I'm gonna give myself some stone so that I can at least just do basic repairs to my axe. Y'all are giving me a hard time now. You're on the wrong side of the fence, my friend. We need to drop that door and give ourselves a reprieve. Yeah, we definitely lost our ramp block in the front. Because they are doing the whole gymnastics thing over the top very well. I wonder if I had... Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. We only got an hour left, Peter. Part of testing is making sure that you can adapt under circumstance and the base can still hold up. Like, I know I have that dump mechanic for this very reason. Just don't let them all stack. Try to work on single target damage fast. Let's eat our 1 bacon and egg so we get food back up. I'm hearing some noise below. Yep, I see a crowd coming in. All right, don't let them stack. Keep using that door as a mechanic. Yeah, one made it over. All right, are you still up? Of course you are. Oh my God, that's a problem. A bear is not what I anticipated. All right, dump that. Oh, did that really roll off the edge? Of course it did. Well, that sucks. Goodbye, bear. No, I don't think it was part of the horde. I think it was just random. Oh, if that bear comes over the top. I think we just took the bear down. We just did. Bear's down. Any good loot here? Hey, sledge book. Anything good? Shotgun book. All right, where's the ladder down? Let's oh, I was like, what just happened there? Now we just got some quick cleanup work to do. Let the stamina build back up. And then we need to see the damage that was done to the base. That's the important part of all of this testing. Did they path correctly? Did they destroy the leading path up? Or did the base operate as intended? They're feasting on the bear. Oh, geez, we got... All right, nope, not gonna do that. I'm not gonna deal with a Chuck. I also don't want him just taking out the base. All right, so what did we lose block-wise? Pathway is all still wood. Everything looks intact. The approach made totally out of wood is intact. That was a huge... This is stupid. That's a bad recommendation on my part. Those should be cobblestone. So, it looks like they took out... Yeah, they took this block out, and then one block over here. Just checking the rest. Significant damage right there. All right, day 7, base holds up like a pro. No reason why you couldn't use this for day 7 base. So that central spire is kind of irrelevant. Honestly, the central spire they often go for, it doesn't really provide you with support. How many pillars can you lose? That is the question, my friends. Don't we always like to test this because it's fun, right? Yeah, it's not like my other bases, folks. You can't lose multiples. Not yet. Once you upgrade it, you can lose a few more. Yeah, that's a good thing. Now that they hit 3 blocks up, was any other weird damage up here. No damage on the back pillars. Now, once we get this upgraded, you know, some of the other supports, you can lose multiples. Yeah, Lex, that's a good possibility. If the middle one was intact, we probably wouldn't have lost it. All right. So, do we do day 14 in the forest, or do we try day 14 in the snow? Yeah, you're welcome to share it, Anthony. What do we want to do? Forest or snow for day 14? Even day 14 and getting into the snow is going to be rough. We can always start in the snow, and since we've got the base over here, we can just come and switch if it's a total train wreck. Compare the game stages. Well, first off, let's think. Day 14, what do we think level-wise? Day 14, I would say at least level 30? So Renzo, for the purposes of this testing, we're not building, we're using what we got. Let's also just take the loot and see if we have anything relevant. We're going to give ourselves what we need anyway. I'm just kind of curious to see what we got out of it. Nothing I care about. Some steel tool parts, some glue. Okay. All right. So we're going to go back to the snow version. I ran day 14 desert before. What do we think for level for day 14? My guess is at least level 30 is what I was saying. Mm, 35. Well, let's see. My guess is I'm going to go 30. I think that's likely where I would be. Let's go 20k at a pop. 30k. 1, 2, 3. Yes, leveling does slow down. Let's go 60. Go snow. $28. All right, level 30. All right, so day 14, I can tell you for sure we would have Skull Crusher up to level 4. I don't think we'd be at 5 yet. 5 is just... we might. Oh, Renzo, we're shifting to a different base. So we're going to try day 14, and this is the base we're using here. I should go in biome order. That's a good option. So we could do it in the desert. I'm good with that. So 14 will take it to the desert. 21 will take it to snow. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. I like that idea. So we're going to go through the same process we just did a second ago. We're going to go back into the world editor. Vixen, we're just gonna skip over the burnt forest. We'll just jump up to the 14, 21, 20. Do I have? Seven, 14, 21. Did I make a difference between 21 and 28? Well, we'll see when we hop in here. So we did forest. Oh, I did do an interim one. Yeah, that's fine. We can go to burnt forest. We'll do burnt forest, desert, and then either snow or wasteland. So let's snow is probably fine. Snow is every bit as hard as wasteland, in my opinion. Honestly, you don't have Chuck and all that crap to deal with. So dynamic prefabs, and again, we're going to add the tutorial in here so we can just do the next one up. This one makes a huge difference because we'll have the electric fence. So again, switchback tutorial, place this in here. I refuse to live in the wasteland anymore. I just don't enjoy it because it's so ugly. And I find it to be depressing. Like the super, everything's dark all the time, misery. Can't stand it. All right, go ahead and apply. Replace. It's going to make me do the replace thing. Just to get rid of all the plants. And then line it back up like so. Hit apply. Good to go. Save. Exit. Continue. Test switchback. And away we go again. Oh, wait. I was supposed... Never mind. Oh, well. I was supposed to do the burnt forest. We just skipped the burnt forest. It's fine. We'll deal with the desert. It'll at least be a somewhat graduated game stage jump. I don't even know that I had the burnt forest in this one. Also, it's time for me to have some Ricola. I need some more tea. I wonder if I could put that same... I bet I could reuse the ginger and the lemon from that and make a second batch. I probably could. Yep, sounds good, Lex. We'll get it all set up. All right, dev mode, because we're gonna have to rewire things. So we're gonna need an engine or two. And we're gonna come here, press CR, and that should spawn us in. And we're going with the day 14, which is going to have power associated with it. I'm going to turn off the AI for right now. And ads. We'll be right back, folks. All right, welcome back in, everybody. Sorry for the cough there. I'm back. This stream is sponsored by Ricola. It's not really, but it might as well be. Welcome in, everybody. If you're new here, my name's Echo, and we're doing some testing tonight on the Switchback, which is one of my more iconic bases in terms of the 7 Days to Die community. Lots of people have used it. It's just the biggest video that I've ever had, and a ton of people have been asking, how does this base hold up in 2.5? Does it function? So we're just testing it at the different various levels. So if you're just coming in, that's kind of what we're doing here. We just tested the day 7 in the forest. We're going to test the day 14 version of it here in the desert. So that's where we are. We do have to rewire it up a little bit. I'll show you the base here in a second when we go outside. I just went and placed a couple new engines in there. We'll refuel this up, turn it on. Very simplistic wiring in this one. From here to here to our electric fence on the top to the electric fence on the right. Same thing from here to there, and from there to there. All right. Day 14, I typically will have a nail gun by now. I don't care what level it is. It can be level 1. I never really worry about getting anything more than level 1. Well, with the exception of my last run, I almost always have a nail gun by day 14, if not earlier. So we're going to replace some of our loadout here real quick. We're going to have some concrete on us for repairs. We'll say we would have 500 left over. So concrete is really reserved for just the fighting position at this point in time. We do have to fix the fighting position again, because we switched this out on the last one. I'm going to use the exact same setup that we used before. We're going to take this out and just replace this and do exactly what I did the last time. We're still not to a powered vault door at this point, but we are going to go here and put a ladder. Thank you for the hydrate there. I appreciate that, Boyd. Stretching? Who does that anymore? Oh, okay. Thank you. And let's just rotate that around until it gets to the front position like so. And then we're going to go with pole doubles. Hey, Will, welcome in. Get rid of that so that we actually see all the shapes that we want. That one's going to go there. That one's going to rotate around to the front like that. And that one's going to go there. Got to be hydrated for Horde night. Exactly. All right. So are these both wired up? Switch that on. We got to test them. Yes, I get shocked. We're good. We also have to test. Yep. Supposed to be winter storm this weekend at the beach. What? What the hell is this? Oh, there's just like random driftwood left. Can you? I was gonna see if I could hit her with the wiring tool. I don't think you can. All right. So day 14, we start to get some better gear. I'm also going to start to put some of our points in here. We were in the middle of doing this before. So day 14, I would start to be maxing out boomstick in accordance with my sledge. So we'll use a combination. And let's see what our game stage is. Game stage 91, except for we're going to jump up to day 14. We'll make it noon on the 14th, and we'll set it up in a second. So now, game stage-wise, yeah, we're still only at 98. So we're going to have cops. From a shotgun perspective, I would probably have, I'm guessing, a mid-level pump shotgun. Does that sound right? Like, is a tier 4 pump shotgun day 14? That sound about right? And I would have ammo. Ammo wouldn't be a problem by. Y'all jump in if you feel I'm doing anything that is high level. By day 14, really? We'll go down to 3. I'm pretty aggressive with how I play in terms of leveling. I must be playing the game wrong with 90 minutes. 90 minutes is totally different. I'm always 60 minutes. Hard to find this. Renzo, I did it in my last stream. I almost always have a Crucible by day 7. The only reason I don't have a Crucible by day 7 is if no traders around me are selling it. But steel is easy to come by. Also, if you can't get a Crucible, you can always break down enough steel from vending machines, gas station tanks. Double barrel would not cut it. There's so let's just look at what our crafting is. So 26 to get to pump. Yeah, I would have a pump. We'll back it all the way down to a level 1 pump, but there's no way I wouldn't have a pump shotgun. I'm willing to compromise. All right, and then in terms of mods, Rad Remover is a good question here. Rad Remover is a total random one that I may or may not have by this point. So it's got 3 mod slots. I would have all 3 mod slots filled, even if they were filled with garbage. Yay or nay on Rad Remover? Y'all decide. So I'll pull it out and we can decide. But yeah, the tube I would probably go for. I would buy that at all costs. Get a ranged mod bundle. I like the way you think there. Your 2 quest reward. Hey, look, we got tube. Let's see how many of those things will go on it. Am I expecting low AZs for this? Yes. So we're yeah, for those, what I'm asking for on suggestions, we're not trying to I'm not looking for what's the most effective thing. Just being totally clear. We're looking at likely what we would have to give the base a good test by day 14. Trying to base it largely off of. Oh my god, day 100, Chet. And yeah, I would be maxed out with tier 6 everything. The whole world would be gleaming steel. And I would have, sledge-wise, I would be up to either, I wouldn't do a tier 6 because I wouldn't spend the legendary. I'd probably be at a level 5 sledge or a level 1 steel. But I would probably stay at the level 5 sledge because I wouldn't want to deal with the stamina burn. Yeah, Peter, I think at this stage, until you can get that last point, and I'm going to assume that I'm not min-maxing, but I would have this fully filled out. I would have the ergonomic grip and... Sorry, mod. Ah, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Mod, let's bring in... yeah, we've already got ergonomic grip on that, right? Yeah. And we've got that on it. Burning shaft, sure. Burning shaft is all... Burning shaft also seems to be the one that we get all the time, so that makes sense. No, Lex, but that's a great idea. I should just do that now, so I'm not thinking about it. I mean, we're only doing desert. Gears... Maybe upgrade to basic armor. Yeah, I would say we would be in like tier 2 armor by now. I guarantee you I would have barbed wire thingy. You can't do the barbed wire thingy for the sledge. Yes, tier 2 preacher gloves is exactly what I was going to say. That is most likely what I would be wearing. And then it would be, from there, it would be a random assortment of whatever tier 2 armor. I'm just going to grab random stuff. Tier 2, whatever. Biker helmet and boots. We need gloves. We need a chest piece. Tier 2. What do we have at tier 2 that's chest? Because honestly, at this point in time, you're just wearing whatever you get for the armor. Level 1 commando. Sure. Again, just slapping stuff on here for the sole purpose of... And we're putting these on just because I don't want to deal with the temperature settings right now. I'd probably have, you know, some more mods and stuff like that, but I'm not going to worry about that. I used to run tests on bases naked, so I think we're good. And let's just go ahead and we can wear ridiculous outfits. We can go with the butcher set there, or we can just we'll go full pirate. Yar. Pirate it is. I have called on them to nerf the preacher gloves so many times. Every time I explain it to them, I'm like, why would you use anything other than the preacher gloves? Hey, thank you, chat. Appreciate that. All right, I think we're probably good for Horde Night, other than at this point in time, I would definitely have better med set up. So that I would probably have painkillers, because they just throw them at you at a certain point in time. And I would probably have a few med kits. Now, granted, last time we didn't really use any heals. I would also, by this time, definitely have full-on food. Bare minimum, bacon and eggs would be easy to come by this point. And water, we would have pretty much so unlimited. And we would probably, more than anything, we would be drinking red tea. I'm guaranteed we'd have a stack of 10 red tea. Dagger doesn't matter anymore. We're just going to throw some stuff on the ground. We don't need that anymore. We don't need that. Don't need that. We got concrete for repairs. We got cobblestone mix for repairs. We need iron for repairs, which we've got, and then we just need some electrical parts. We might have some coffee by now. And a toilet pistol. I just don't. A toilet pistol is worthless because you're not, if you're not spec'd into it. I mean, yes, I probably would have a toilet pistol, but whatever. We'll take a little bit of coffee, sure. We'll take half a stack of coffee. I don't think I'd have a full stack of coffee because coffee beans are harder to find. Chrysanthemums everywhere, so you just have crap tons of it. Will, we're not spec'd into, we're going sledge. And we still probably have a ton of points to spend, don't we? We're still... Let's keep spending like I would have spent. I would have spent into Miner 69er. I would have capped that out. I may have put another point into Pack Mule just to give us some defense. We're capped 4 and 4 in these. I would have gone ahead under the Fortitude. I would have put 3 points into Fortitude to get the second point in Siphoning Strikes. Have you done Vanity yet in 2.5? What do you mean? Oh yeah, good call. Shotgun books. Yeah, I'm just gonna, again, I'm gonna read a random assortment. By this point in time, we would have found a bunch of them, so... And same thing with Sledge. I'm gonna read a couple more of them. Oh, Vanity Towers. I have not. Pain Tolerance. Yeah, Pain Tolerance is a valid one to pick up. The other thing that inevitably I tend to do... How many points is this? 3? Yeah, we're gonna do this because I tend to do this. All right. I went to type in toilet. All right, we'll take a level 2 toilet pistol. Just cuz. I won't use it. But we've got it. All right, I think we're fully decked out. We're good to go. That's probably reasonable. Taking the Woodle perk. Which one was the Woodle perk? All right, so day 14. We're mostly cobble. I would say in this newfangled world, we have everything. Yeah, this will be curious to see how well this survives. I'm gonna make a save of the game just like I did last time, in case we want to rerun it and change anything. The same thing. I'm just gonna go in and make a quick copy of test switchback, and then we're gonna jump right back in and we're gonna go hit it. Oh, the first rank of position. Oh my god, that's I don't give that as a Juwuru perk. That's a me perk because I break my legs so often. Oh man. Hey Shen, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. My voice is holding up. It's gonna be an earlier stream. I need to get some more tea in the system. I might ask folks to put some hot water on upstairs for me. All right. Let's jump on into base here. Yeah, and we still got a chunk for day 14. A chunk of the base is still wood, so that is a concern with cops. Which magazine set would you take? The full Sledge set? I took a random selection of mags. So what do we take? We have most of them. We don't have the degrade slower. We don't have, I feel like once you hit this level, it's crazy. I'm trying not to, well, definitely we would have them all by the day 21. Shotgun, I didn't even see what we took. 10 more damage. Higher dismember chance. And craft tube extenders. Targets at full health take more damage. All right, so I think we're good to go. I think they are all cobble. And I don't want to, we don't want to adjust anything from how the base was, because this is what the tutorial had in it. So we just want to understand, if people follow the tutorial, will it stand up in its current layout? So I'm not going to mess with the base other than correcting this, which I put out a corrective video on. So while I agree with you, Drac, and I absolutely would do that, we're not going to, because this is for science. So, all right. So let's set time to 14:22 and just see how Horde Night goes. For science. Oh, you know what? And pipe bombs. We would have a stack of pipe bombs. I wasn't expecting them out of the rip. I'm realizing the other thing that I should have got us was a helmet light mod. We'll fix that for next time. There we go. Oh, did I switch the... Yeah, I will turn the audio down just because of the electric fences. They get obnoxious. Sorry about that. Good cause. That is a lot of glowing eyes. Hey, I'm going to pause the AI for just a second. I'm just going to grab us a helmet light mod. This is for y'all. There we go. And make sure that you're keeping these repaired. Need to get some repairs in here fast. Concrete's holding up pretty well. Hey, Vaster, welcome in. I didn't mean to pick up the loot. I was honestly trying to dump the door. G-Sync, we went with desert. It's kind of more of an incremental scaling up. All right, we need to drop that door for a second. All right, door is still good. That electric fence makes such a huge difference. And I forgot to check game stage just so that everyone knew where we were, but I think we're right around 100. I think we're at 98. God, so many freaking bubbles. Having the electric fence is insane, folks. This is like your go-to of saving your base. It just makes a massive difference in terms of how much you can handle. Goodbye. All right, we need to dump so that we can do repairs and make sure that we reload our gun. I'm gonna wait till I'm out of stamina. Goodbye, my friend. All right, let's make sure his gun is reloaded. Door is back up. Checking the side walls. Oh, good call on the electric fence. Yep, we'll go check those. Those are in good shape. What's the 3 nail mod thing for well? Looks like 3 nails. I'm not sure which one that was. Oh yeah, that's. We can't get that with this with the sledge. All right, dump the door. Do a quick reload. Let's check down here. All right, let's get rid of this and move this down here. So we don't have the pit set up yet. No cops yet, but like, that is the freaking 5th, 6th bubbles we've had. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop this down here. We're gonna dump them. And then we're gonna double up on all that. Don't whiz on the electric fence, never. All right, that's all reloaded, we're good there. So we're doing pretty good, we're at 1 a.m. Let's see if we can get another crowd down there. We're gonna leave another one just floating down there, maybe leave 2 down there. Drop them all down. Nice solid hit there. Looks like we got our first rancher zombie. Quick reload. With this configuration, sometimes ducking can help you out a little bit for getting easier headshots. Without hitting your own blocks. Do some quick clearing. Also, the other thing, if you saw me do it earlier, you can also just huck a grenade right there at the foot. Ideally, you want to get it through the door. I missed getting it through the door. Getting this loot bag out of the way. Ah! Still got through for the damage, but... Alright, we got a quick crowd mounting up here. 3 more shots. 1, 2, 3. Drop the door for a second. Reload. Quick repairs. Bring the door back up. You can't leave the door open for any extended period of time. If you do, they will stop viewing, you know, a valid path for your base. A.m. holding strong. Oh, why is she swimming in the concrete like that? All right, let's dump these guys so I can let stamina come back, honestly. Bring this back up. Quick water. Love it. What is this guy doing here? Stop doing the weird. Oh my god, the big guy just keeps launching himself through. Got a little bit of that all over me. I didn't even see where we are on rounds. Quite a shower. I know, right? No one needs that. All right, quick clear. Trying to make sure I'm only getting the headshots. Oh, there's our... We got a random chuck in from the snow biome. Jelly roll. All right, it's getting a little crowded out there. As soon as we can hit the door, we want to do that. Slugs would help. We're so close to the snow biome that we're getting some interlopers here. There's that mighty pack mule kicking in. All right, let's... He just took out a chunk of the base. I just saw Cobble go. We're at 3 a.m. Now we're going to start using shoddy a little bit more so we can just clear the... I hope the driftwood survives. I just want to hear that the base survives and that we can... Yeah, I think they did. I think they took out... All right, that's absolutely a... Drop the door scenario right there. Stop the bleeding. Whoop. That was peekaboo. Sorry. When I laugh too hard, it makes me cough. I'm so sick of being sick, folks. This is just getting really old. We'll guaranteed have demos in the next one. Hey, China, how are you doing, dear? I'm getting stuck. There we go. Had bad cold for basically most of December. Yeah, this has been brutal. This has been weird. It's not like I'm used to sinus infections, but this is really bad cough. All right, you're just coming up the works, buddy. I need to get the loot out of the way because I can't see anything. There we go. Drop the door. I kind of want the loot to go out of the way. I can't open the door because the loot's in the way. Oh, they took out that side block. That's not good. Oh, but we're at 4 a.m. Okay. Let's just clear out the rest of the crowd. So we didn't even use it. We didn't go through that much ammo. We've gone through about 100 rounds so far. So I don't feel bad. Just cleaning house here for a second. Oh, nice, Balzac. I freaking love Hades. I haven't played Hades in a while. I honestly, in my spare time, I've been playing Hytale nonstop because I'm absolutely in love with it already. It's such a good game for an early access. I'm just finding myself super inspired by the building mechanics. All right, let's go check and see if we get a Screamer Horde. I'm just going to... And there's our broken leg. Okay, so what did we lose here? Oh, and let's just... We're just dumping loot because, honestly, I don't care. This is all for testing. We are going to get more Hytale streams for sure. All right. So, verdict is, yes, they are Geez, they are absolutely attacking the Foundation more than they ever have. That being said, the base still stands. So here's my thoughts. F1 kill all. So they took out one of the stairways. I would just say that, yeah, in 2.5, you just need more reinforcement. The planet fell before the base did. Yeah, when your base is designed in a certain fashion, it's really hard. Yeah, we can turn on structural integrity. Yep. I check it all the time. So the bottom line is like, yeah, I would have even day 14. I think in the new 2.5 paradigm, my notes would be that you need to have your all pillars just need to be concrete by day 14. On this evidence, you should build your base out of driftwood. But yeah, I definitely, I think concrete is required for day 14, or at least at this game stage. Because we were right around game stage 100. And we had all those bubbles just dropping radiation crap everywhere. Yes, Chuck is a menace to cobble. So Chuck took out that block. I saw him actively do that one. But if we look at the front of the base hasn't taken much damage here. I mean, we lost a block here. That was a critical one because then they can start crawling through and doing nasty stuff. All right. So we can't let the base stand though, right? Yeah, Drac, I think you're right. I think up to the 3rd tier with concrete if you can. Higher if you can. I'm gonna pull out our gun and we're gonna do our test. I'm gonna take a screenshot just so that I know what it looks like. I'm still trying to get used to the buttons between this and Hightail because they have different buttons, but yes, there's a good example of, I can see all the blocks I lost in that shot. All right. And now we'll just do the regular test. So if we lost, well, we've technically, okay. Does everyone understand how this pillar is doing nothing? Like this pillar is gone, right? This pillar is not actually providing structural integrity because it's got a block missing here and 2 blocks missing there. Therefore, this is doing nothing. In fact, if anything, it was probably causing additional strain. So that one's gone. So we've got 1, 2, 3 pillars gone. Now we can start picking apart at the other one. And honestly, this whole strain is gone here too, right? So we might as well take out this one next. My guess is if I take this next block, no? Ha ha! Oh, look at that! That entire base is supported on 2 blocks right now. So this is all irrelevant. Oh, you want me to break the pathing? The pathing shouldn't matter. Oh, the pathing is actually providing support. Interesting. I don't know how the pathing was providing support, but it shouldn't work that way. All right. So here's the question, folks. Do we just so here's the question. I only have it in me for doing one more test. My voice just can't handle it. Do y'all want me to do the day 21? Or do we just jump to the day 28? I kind of think we just jump to 28 because the only difference ends up being full upgrades, and I'd like to see the full concrete. Go with the final test. Yeah, that's what my thought is. All right, so let's go to the snow then. Let's jump back in. And here's the other question. So I originally did this with no steel. It's all just concrete. I don't think this is going to survive. Just being totally honest. In this current paradigm, I think we have to do steel. I think that is just... So I am going to do some steel upgrades. Yeah, we'll do the painted version. But it's going to become unpainted in a second because, no, the painted has no steel. Yeah, that's still concrete. So I designed this to be lower cost because but I'm going to take the top, same thing that we just said before. We're going to take the first 3 levels of steel across the board. And I'm just going to make sure that I give this recommendation in the video. But I know that concrete will not survive. There's no way. Also, there's no reason why you shouldn't have the materials to do this much steel for Horde Night by day 21. Or 20... Oh, this is day 28 plus. Might have to do 4 now. We'll go 3. Okay, we'll take it to 4. We'll say we'll take it to 4. I'm not going to go above 4 because I just don't want to make that recommendation to people. Oh, this one also adds in... No, we did add the back support the last time. Yeah, they're hitting up more than they used to in the past. In the past, they used to just swing down. This center pillar also needs... And then these spikes, hilariously, they do provide support, but they're kind of there as a distraction because you kind of hope they go for that center pillar. Well, that's funny. And then this should all be concrete, right? I think concrete for the stairs is probably fine. What I would probably do is I would do these outer edges. I would do this. And then I would do this pillar here. Since this does provide apparently some structural stability back, I would probably do the center of this all the way up and not worry about the other side bits. And then I would make sure that all of this around here is steel. I think this pathway, this your pathway across here should always be steel. I think I've changed my mind since then, but because of pops going off here, this area is going to take all the damage. These can be concrete because you don't care if these get taken out, quite honestly. And then the fighting position needs to be steel. But we're going to take the fight. We're going to change the fighting position to the new one that we've been using so that we're uniform across the board here. So we're going to grab some steel blocks. Who is that coming in here? Feathered Malice coming in with 73 folks. Oh my god, thank you so much. Hey, Feathered Malice. Welcome in, Raiders. If you don't know me, I'm Echo. I do a bunch of 7 Days to Die stuff. I'm going to pause for a second. We are doing something a little bit different today. And I apologize. My voice is on the fritz. I've been sick for 2 weeks, and I didn't want to cancel stream tonight. So I'm here hanging out, and we're testing some 2.5 stuff. So we're testing a base that I designed. And what were y'all getting into? What were you playing tonight? I didn't even get to see. What were you doing? Y'all were playing Phasmophobia. Nice. Oh, no. Thank you, Feather Malice. I understand. Raid and run. Go get some rest. Go get some snacks. Go get some whatever you need. For everyone staying, welcome in. I'm Echo. I do a bunch of 7 Days to Die content. And we're just doing some testing on the newest build, the 2.5, of some older bases that I have to see how they stand up. So if 7 Days is not your thing, I totally get it. I also do Hightail occasionally and other survival crafters, but tonight is a 7 Days tonight. Normally on Fridays we do cocktails, but I've been so sick that I can't manage to do cocktails. So, but welcome in, Raiders. Appreciate you, Feathered Malice. For my community, please go visit Feathered Malice. She's awesome. She does a bunch of 7 Days to Die as well as other survival and variety horror games. So, good peeps. All right. Same configuration we did before. Yeah, they are doing a lot of pushing. All right, double. I can't wait to have tea. I want more tea. Actually, I am going to ask my wife to put water on the kettle. Yeah, I'm gonna get that hydrate. Just bear with me, folks. I'm gonna see if my wife can do a quick, so that when we hit commercials, I can get some more tea, because I would love it. All right, and I'll take that hydrate. Thank you. Hytail's the first game I purchased in 10 years. I know since the last game I bought was Doom. I have been really enjoying Hytail. I am also a longtime Minecraft player, and it scratches all my building itches and just like cozy building fun, nerding out. I generally use the baluster rail in place of the scaffolding ladder. Jimmy, that's totally a valid choice. I do that. That's been my go-to for years. And I use them both. All right, I think that's all the places that I care about having steel. Maybe up here. All right, and we're gonna say that that's good enough for Horde Night. We've got ads here in a minute, so let's make sure. I think we've got everything wired up. Powered up. So day 20, here's the question. How far out do we want to set this? Like, what level do we want to give ourselves? If we're doing Endgame, then we're full on auto shoddy. we're in tier 6. We're at tier 6 steel. Level 49. Okay. That's similar to my last run. Let's modify this, pull all this stuff off. Get rid of this. Bring this down here, bring this up. I was, yeah, day 49. I mean, anything north of day 49, you're just kind of rinse and repeating, but that's fine. Day 49, I would have tier 6 of everything, guaranteed. You all saw my last playthrough, so you kind of have a sense. And I would have my selection of whatever mods I wanted, so I'm not going to worry about getting this right. I'm going to dump my inventory, honestly, just for simplicity. And then we're going to pick out our mods that we want. So we'd have a drum mod on the... Yep, tier 6 fully modded top skills. We're going to jump up our level a bunch because that's how we're going to get our game stage pumped up. 666. Let's see. We need... I will take a full auto mod. I will take one of those. I will take the drum mod, wherever that is. I'm just going to type in drum because that's going to be easier. Yeah, I didn't think you could put a suppressor on there. Weapon light. I don't like the weapon light. Honestly, if I'm gonna have a choice there, I'll take like a cripplum. Cripplum's always a good one. We'll have a helmet light mod that we'll use. So we'll take that. And then for... Okay. Be right back, folks. We'll be right back. Sorry about that. I was getting my tea. I did come back. Ah. Oh, yes. Tea is refilled. It just needs to sit for a few minutes. I forgot my cayenne pepper again. But I have my ginger and my lemon left over from last time, and all the honey and then some. All right, so we were just loading up our guns, getting our setup all done. Wait for the tea to be ready. Hot stuff on the throat, good. And then in terms of the sledge, we're going to want the ergonomic again. Probably the structural. That, and we can just go with that again and just make it easy. Hold up, go get the cayenne. No, I don't want to run back upstairs. It's all good. This has been my favorite new tea. I've been like just mainlining this since I've been sick. Cayenne pepper also helps if you've got like mucus on your throat. It helps break it up. It's really good stuff. Thank you, Lex. It's kind of hard for me. It's habit. We're just gonna go with a bunch of just regular shotgun ammo. I could go with slugs. Would I have slugs by now? I would have slugs. Yeah, we would have slugs. Let's be honest. And we'd have real meds. Crap these back out. I don't think I need like a second set, but we'll put one up here just in case. We'd have a full set of these. Dump those. We'd have these sitting up here. We'd be up to coffee for drinks for sure. Yeah, the game would give us absolutely. And in terms of mags, shotgun, we would have finished off the book series, both of the book series. Finish off that because that makes a huge difference from a stamina perspective. So those are done. Now we're going to give ourselves levels. First off, we're going to jump to day 49, set time 49. And what does that get us to? So that gets us to game stage 166, which we want to... Oh, so that's going to bump a lot once we give ourselves levels. So give self XP. Hey, for chat, thank you. I'm hanging in there. My vocal cords are hanging in there. Once I get to this T, I'll be doing way better. 9999. Okay, that puts us to level 48, and now game stage bumps to 213. Wyoming infused honey. Hey man, I'm not the best speller, so I'm not gonna give people shit about spelling. Now let's take some stuff back into our inventory. Steel for repairs, concrete for repairs as needed. We'd have electrical parts. I'm just taking the full stack. I know I don't need that much. Iron, we're gonna dump those in. For chat, I wish I could do, and I made hot toddies last week on stream, and I probably shouldn't have, because this has gone on for 2 weeks, and it's gotten worse in the past few days. After I went to see the doctor, it got worse. Go figure. And I would have plenty of, we would actually have full-on grenades at this point in time. Grenades would be easier to come by. All right, and now we need to just put our points in. So strength, we would be capped out in strength. Boomstick would be all the way up. Skull Crusher would be all the way up. Big and fast would be probably maxed out. Strength Mastery, we would have all the way up. Oh. And does anyone remember where I was at? So day 49. We didn't even, did we even get to day 49? We didn't. We got to day 42 and I was higher than this. I'm going to give myself a teeny bit more XP. I'm going to go with half of that. Yeah, 52. That'll let us cap out the last little bit here. I don't care about Grand Slam. We're going to leave it at that. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, I think that that's good. And then someone, I did not do armor upgrades. Okay, so by this point in time, we're at tier 6. I'm just going to go with a tier 6 preacher set because that's a common thing that I would go with. It's just an easy... preacher. There we go. And basic mods, we're going to go with Bandolier. We're going to go with the thermal mods. Where is it? It's the, it's insulated. Because I just don't want to deal with that during Horde Night. And I would probably have a few of the armor mods, the, just basic, one of these, some of the plating mods, because they seem to drop like candy. But I can't seem to find them now. Plating. Level 65 in game stage 292. Okay, so we can probably jump it a little bit higher. Thank you for checking that, Peter. So yeah, I wasn't off too bad. And that was on day 42, was it not, Peter? Do you recall, like, if you've got it pulled up, what day was it? Why can't I find, because I'm blind. There it is. Okay, so modify and go boop boop. Oh, and a helmet light. Day 49. Okay, well, perfect. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. And then you. Get that, and we're good to go. Close enough. All the boops. All right, so what level did we put ourselves to? We're at level 52. We're going to give ourselves the more XP, mostly just to get ourselves... Probably, yeah, it did take a long time to find the beaker. That was a really weird run. I don't think I've ever had that hard of a time. So there, now we're at game stage 249, and you said we were at 292. That's just the result of a little bit more XP. So let's just bump this up. 264. There's level 62. So now we're pretty much so identical. Oh, and then set time day 49, 12. Oh, and there we are. Game stage 303. That's a pretty good test. That's a good real world of... And if we followed there, I had so much steel by that point. It was crazy. All right, my tea should be ready, so I'm gonna take a sip of this. Bear with me, folks. I mean, 6K Dukes is pocket change once you get some stuff rolling. So, cheers all. That feels so much better. All right, now is our time of truth. We see how the base stands up. Set it to nighttime. Let the AI move again. Oh, let me take one more sip here. All right, game stage 300. This is not like the 1400 that I ran up against the other one. Also, can I just get rid of this? I don't want to track this anymore. Stop tracking this. There we go. All right, folks, turn the AI back on. Let's set this to reload with slugs. And everything's loaded up. Do we have gas in this? Gas, not that it matters. Yeah, everything should be wired. I'm just gonna double check it, but I think we wired everything earlier. Will, when I designed this, hold on. I don't want to stop wasting bullets. The way I do it now, Will, I kind of prefer iron doors. I don't like how clunky these are, but it's what I had when I originally designed this. When I made the new base, the Echo Mini, I went with the iron doors because I liked not having like that elevation shift as you popped up and over stuff. I find it to be a little annoying. And I don't find that these protective doors take that much damage. Cops and stuff don't tend to spit towards them. This is an ancient base. It's from times of old. All right, and in that, I totally was going to do a thing. Oh, medical buffs. Meds. I probably would have some recog. Yes, it can cause you to miss. We'll take a few recog. I should also take some antibiotics because I would have a few. By a few, I would have like all the antibiotics, and I would probably have some skull crushers. Anything for stam use? Just the coffee. Slurm core. I don't think I've heard that. I'm curious though. If you can post some of it in my Discord, I'll check it out. Yeah, killing zombies. Eisenhower was still in office. And we would have vitamins just through the, through the wall. I'm not going to save the game, so this time it's all going to go sideways, but that's fine. We're going to set time to 49, 22, and let's just do this thing. Oh, let's switch up the door. That could have been a huge travesty right there. And those are the SMGs shooting it. So that should keep the zombies off the bottom of the base. Are they just attacking? Are they not pathing? Okay, here we go. I can see all my glowing friends arriving. Beware the blue glowy friends. All right, quick dump. Bring it back up. Just get the loot out of the way. Contract the rainbow. So many infernal crawlers. All right, let's do. Oh. Shit, hold on. Pausing the AI. This is going to be a garbage test. I can't believe it. Oh, man. Normally I would have repairs and all stuff set so that we could just deal with that. All right. Carry on, my zombie friends. Perfect testing here. All right, we're gonna have to get some repairs because this is a small space. It's got to be taking some significant damage. All right, this time we don't shoot. I was just trying to see damage. How much? Okay, we're okay. Whew. That's one way to dump them. All right, we're gonna leave a grenade down there for the future. Yeah, so many of these little crawler dudes. How are we doing on the ammo? I will check it after stream. I am very curious. I enjoy a pretty wide array of music, so. How's your FPS? Sitting around 50? Oh, I've got, hold on. I'm pausing, I'm just pausing so I can move my face. I have this set up from, I think, when I was doing Hightail. There we go. Will just bounce me up here so y'all can see the frames. I was like, can't you just see them? And then I realized, no, I didn't. I had them hidden from you. Nice. Very nice. Little Red Sonya, you're just being obnoxious there, aren't you? God, everyone is glowing. My hunch is we got to get some repairs in here pretty fast. Dump everyone here. All right, let's flip these. Reload these. Give us a little bit of firepower support on the ground. Quick dump. Make sure that's back on. Don't shoot it. All right, first pole is taking a lot of damage. Man, she got squirrely. Oh, we got demos. All right, gotta be careful. Quick dump so that I can just reorient everybody. Gotta get a quick heal in here. All right, one demo down. Let's dump them. I'm going to do a lot of dumping them until I can get the demos managed. All right, demo gone. Quick repairs. Get some crowd control action going on here. Where we are, we're 1 o'clock. Ooh, that was close. He pivoted just a little bit there at the last second. The electric fence never took a ton of damage. I am not getting a good chance to even use my hammer, but then again, I wouldn't for this level horde. There we go. We're at 130. $15 shots. A lot of this is a numbers management game at this point. Two shots left. I should have gotten repair kits. I didn't even think about that. Is that a demo sitting right in front of me? pausing for tea. Oh, recog, good call. Oh, that's very nice. Very nice. You just reminded me of something else I probably would have spent points on. Oh shit! All right, well, we cleared them out. Now we definitely need repairs. Quick. All right. Got to make it 2 more hours. Yep, we got no points in Penetrator. That is correct. Probably would have helped. God, I'm missing a lot of shots. There's a demo. I think I got him. Gotta watch for more demos. We took out a handful already. Four more shots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dump, reload. Sorry, folks. My voice is. I'm just trying to make it through the fight. I'm gonna pause for tea here for a second. I think Penetrator works for anything. The honey on the tea will help. I'm gonna dump for a second. Get a big heal. Everyone's on fire now. Everyone come on up. Don't believe in walls. 30 more minutes. Good old pack mule coming in clutch. A left two hand for dark. Oh, I'm sorry, left. That may have been me just not updating Twitch correctly. I do that sometimes. It's a shorter one tonight. This is gonna, after this horde, we'll probably raid into someone. I've been sick for a while and my voice is that a direwolf? I think that's a direwolf out there. I see. It is a direwolf. Direwolf down. Dropping him again. Go ahead and switch that back on. It's about Horde Night cleanup time. No, we want demos. We want all the things. It's without demos, it's not a proper test. So I'm happy that we have demos and direwolves and all the bad stuff. I need to be able to tell people that the base works or it doesn't work, and here's what you need to do to fix it if it doesn't. Come on, Mo. Last few, and we'll see how much damage. Yeah, but you want at least one demo to pop. Oh, hi, Bo. Did you sneak through? All right, now we're in the Screamer loop. I'm gonna kill all because I'm not dealing with the Screamer loop. Let's go check and see what the base looks like, because here's the really important part. All right. Damage. That block was missing to start with, so they didn't do that damage. We forgot about repairing that. Stairs look okay. All this looks good. They always take out these poles. These are just there to slow them down. Lots of damage on the front face here. Not anything abnormal or surprising. I don't know. Y'all tell me. I think this base still works just fine. Even in 2.5, I will say the day 14 was sketchy because of lack of upgrades to the pillars. But I think the only thing missing was pillar upgrades. That for a day 49 horde at 300 game stage. That's pretty solid. Even the pit, if I look down here, oh, they definitely dug out, they did some weird shit down here. So I would definitely, this should all be steel down here. So I think I would give my recommendations on upgrading the pit areas to steel, especially the side that faces the base, so that they don't dig underneath. But But yeah, I just think that you need a further level of reinforcement for 2.5 that we didn't have to have in the past. So those are my big changes. I don't think that there's anything massive. It's still a functioning solid base. So here's all. Thanks for thank you for joining stream tonight, by the way. And I hope I'm on the mend. I'm hoping by next week I can start making content again. I haven't been able to record because this has been my voice all the time. And Monday, I don't know. Monday, maybe we'll try out the Foundry. That's my other base that lots of people have asked about. It doesn't have this many stages, so it'll be a faster work through. But I probably have one more week of kind of random streams before we settle back into another series playthrough that I'm going to do much like we did the 2.5 one. I'm just trying to figure out something fun. And I do want to let you all know that when I do the next playthrough, it's going to be something where you as the viewers, as you watch it, will have a way to influence how the stream goes in terms of leaving comments and making suggestions. I just want to make it so that it's more interactive. So for the Twitch folks, if you don't mind hanging on, I love sharing the love, especially, you know, Feather Malice brought her crew across to hang out with us. So I'd love to just bring that around, share it with, excuse me, other folks. For the folks on my, hey, Peter, you can post them anywhere, but probably in the 7 Days to Die channel for that. For folks who are on my supporter list, I'll be on the Hightail server after this winding down for the night. You can find that in my Discord too if you're a Twitch sub, YouTube member, or Patreon. Let's go visit Juice, because Juice is awesome. He's playing some Hightail, so you'll get an idea of what I was talking about. So, folks, I will see you hopefully on Monday and hopefully in better health. But give Juice some love. Met him out at TwitchCon. He's good peeps. Very dry sense of humor, but he's really funny and fun. So, I will see everyone later. Drop this in as you're popping in. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Thanks all and good night. And rating in 3, 2, 1, go!
Marble in the blue zones.
Is cute.
I don't.
How do I put a sign down?
Verde Elena. I don't know if Chalk does anything. I bet Wayward Echo would know. If only Wayward Echo were here.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
Imagine. Wow.
Hey Echo, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for the raid.
There's holiday stuff.
Yar, you know things sometimes. Do you know if Chalk does anything in this game yet? I guess we could probably Google it. It's difficult to discern between Chalk and Marble. They often are like intertwined with each other when you're mining for Marble, and then you end up with pockets full of Chalk. And I'm like, well, maybe I'll need it.
Just maybe.
Maybe, just maybe. We are just showing our friend Estrella, whom is also streaming and is the person with the voice that isn't mine, who you met at